Vince three-point shot.
It's a powering shot, baby.
Red Horse takes it to the house.
The following is a production of the Rough Rider broadcast team, a presentation of Watlington and Shires Productions.
Rough Rider fans, good evening, good evening. It's Monday night, and we're at the pizzeria. That means it's time for the Coach Rick Meeks show. Meeks. Tonight, we talk playoff basketball. We talk milestones with special guest Rick Meeks show. We talk to the coach who's in the house. It's the Rick Meeks show. Brought to you by Sabine State Bank. What you doing there, Steve? We're here at the pizzeria. Where are you? It's the Rick Meeks Show coming up right now.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
So many things get started at pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Welcome, everybody, to the Rick Meeks Show with Hiram Harrison, brought to you by Sabine State Bank. We're live here from the pizzeria. We have, of course, Coach Meeks, his patented pepperoni. We also have a barbecue chicken pizza here this evening. We also, if you'll notice to our left, we have our fabulous, historic, legendary basketball player, Mae Johnson, who is wearing a Whataburger shirt because she works at Whataburger. I didn't know that. You know, Whataburger and football sponsors our penalties. It's a Whata penalty. People used to ask, what in the world is a Whata penalty? We'd say, it looks like those little yellow things down there. It looks like a Whataburger wrapper. But anyway, we've got Mae here. She's on a break, so we're going to go. I've got something really important to ask you in segment 2, Coach. We'll come back to that. But we're going to go hop right to Mae. So first question, Mae, is this is what I don't understand. Y'all change jerseys numbers up. Why do y'all do that?
Because I like the word 32.
But you don't always wear 32.
I know, so when we go away, I get to wear 32.
Why can't you wear 32 at home?
Because they don't have it in that white jersey.
Oh, there we go. But they change them up, and it's always we can recognize you and G-Dub and now Barnes because of her hair, but it takes a few minutes to get all the rest figured out because y'all don't ever wear the same numbers.
Yes, sir.
But anyway. So
keeps you on your toes.
It does.
You know.
It does. So the Lady Riders are seeking a district championship, an outright district championship. We could have clinched that on Friday, but we had a small hiccup. You had an excellent game, but we come up short against the Lady Lions of Henderson at their senior night. What happened, Mae?
I don't know. I think we just let them get ahead and get in. We start playing calm instead of keeping our pace.
Right.
It kept going fast, but we just slowed the game down, so they started getting ahead. and then we just got out of control.
Yeah, that happens. That happens. And then, we've had a couple of close games before that. We had Carthage came down into overtime, and then Gilmer, which is a traditionally strong girls team, you fouled out.
Yes, sir. Ooh, I don't know. I was trying not to fall out, but they were just coming for me.
I know. Well, let's talk about that because, everybody we play focuses on you. I mean, they collapse down. They play a zone and really collapse down on you. What's that like? I mean, especially early on, is it tough to get your points?
Yes, but I like it. It makes it fun.
Oh, yeah.
I like
it's a compliment.
Yeah.
It
definitely.
really is. It is a compliment to you and your presence and the way you play. So it does make things tough, but that's definitely a compliment to you.
But you know what my favorite thing what my favorite part of your game is?
What?
Is the offensive rebounds and the putback scores. I bet you get 10 points a game off of that at least.
Yes, sir, I do.
Talk about that. I mean, about the rebounding. Is that because I asked one of the fellas, if they can, like, there was this guy named Dennis Rodman. You ever heard of Dennis Rodman?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Well, anyway, his specialty was rebounding, and he's like this wild guy. If you ever look him up, he was wild.
He changed his hair color every game.
Yeah. But he studied almost like the physics of rebounds, and he learned how the ball would come off the rim. Do you do any of that stuff, or is it just all go get it?
I don't do that. I just go get the ball, and I just box the girl out.
Yeah. So that's right. So tell us about boxing the girl out. Is that something y'all work on in practice, or is that?
Yeah, we work on it sometimes. Like, it depends on which side they on.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to box them out, like, a different way on either side.
Okay. But, so there's different techniques depending on their side.
Yes, sir. And if they ain't too close to the goal, you push them inward so you can get the ball.
Oh, that's right. Because you get them in there. Well, you're very good at it because you have 1,000 rebounds.
Yes, sir.
I mean, to me, that was the most incredible thing. 1,000 points. I mean, we got a lot of folks to get 1,000 points. I mean, we've had, we had Cash this year, but Jatarius and Octavius and Marmar and all these guys. But I don't think any of them got 1,000 rebounds.
That's definitely more impressive than 1,000 points for sure.
And again, so that's something that you focus on.
Yes, sir. It helps my team get up. Like, when I get a rebound, I put it back up, they get hyped. So, yeah, I like to motivate my team.
Oh, good deal.
It's an attitude. Like, you got to want to. A lot of people don't want to go rebound because it's tough.
Right.
It's an attitude.
Yes, it is.
You take control of the lane and the ball, and so I like seeing that because it brings out aggressiveness and whoever's trying to go do it.
Yes. And so, I mean, you're a senior this year, but you've been around since, like, all 4 years. So tell us, how is this year different from the other years?
Because this is my last year, so me and my team trying to go hard so that I will be able to make history, me and my team, and Gabby and all the seniors. So we just trying to make memories and make history.
Right.
Love it.
And you played, I mean, because you had Parks was on the team when you were younger. And Chris Wallington mentions this occasionally. And so did you learn a lot from her?
Yeah, a little bit. I learned how to, like, she just be driving. Like, I could shoot, like, a mid-range very good.
Oh, yes.
So I mostly got my mid-range and driving by, like, watching her.
Okay. Do you ever talk to her anymore, or is it?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, so we've got Kilgore on tomorrow night. It's our final district game. It's going to be senior night for you guys. But we got to get the victory to lock down the district championship. Tell us about what have y'all been talking about? What's the team been talking about?
Well, mostly we be saying is stand on business. So when we go out, we know that we got to work as a team, get everything done, and make sure at the end of the day that we stand on business.
There you go. I think that says it. That says it all right there. Well, congratulations, May, on a great season, on the accomplishments. 1,600 points or whatever it is, 1,000 rebounds, just amazing. And good luck tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to calling that win and bringing the district championship home, and then a long playoff run.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Good job, mate.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with our next segment. This is the Rick Meeks Show with Hiram Harrison, brought to you by Sabine State Bank.
Life is all about planning, and JBA Financial Services is here to help you with your financial future. Call or come by today to set up a consultation and discover what it's like to deal with the experts when it comes to investing for retirement or quality life and health insurance products. John Black, Jason Locke, and Michael Black are your experienced JBA Financial Services representatives, helping you to make the right choice for over 30 years, right here at home. JBA Financial Services, working to secure your family's future.
Rough Rider Oil and Lube, they understand two very important things. First, you and your family spend a lot of time in your vehicle, so you need to take good care of that vehicle so it can take care of you. That's the specialty of Rough Rider Oil and Lube, protecting the engine that gets you where you need to go. Second, Rough Rider fans, they deserve the very best, so you're always welcome at Rough Rider Oil and Lube.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with Best of Nacogdoches and Best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
All
She's going to throw a cupcake at us.
Folks, welcome back to the Rick Meeks Show. We got Larry, come on, Rev Pierce, join us as we wait for Chris Wallington to get here. So, Coach, I want to start with a very important question. Were you growing up, were you ever a professional wrestling fan?
A little bit.
Yeah, who was your favorite professional wrestler?
Mine was probably The Undertaker.
Oh, that's a good one. The Undertaker. I was just thinking about that here lately. I've got 1A and 1B, but the Taker is right there. But
Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, you're right. It's 1A and 1B. One is Ric Flair, but the other one is the son of a plumber from Austin, Texas, baby, Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes.
I always growing up, I always liked the bad guys, with two exceptions.
Von Erichs.
Nope. Two exceptions. One is Dusty Rhodes, baby face most of his career. The other was JYD, the Junkyard Dog,
Yep.
who came to Center, Texas when I was like 12. And we tell this story all the time. Laura Scarlett's heard it so many times that she smiled when I even talked about it. The President of the United States would not have drawn more people to Jimmy's Fried Chicken than the Junkyard Dog did here in Center, Texas.
I believe.
But the Taker is great. The Undertaker is
I love the Undertaker, yeah.
one of the greatest wrestlers.
Him
of all time.
and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
And then
What's,
if I can go
what's
back
interesting is my boys probably watch it more now than I ever did
Oh,
growing up.
yeah?
They could probably have a great conversation with you about the wrestlers and Roman Reigns and all them.
Oh, yeah.
All of them.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, they could sit here and talk to you about
Yeah.
it.
And, and if I have to go back to, where I got my start in what I'm doing now, the Gorilla Monsoon.
Oh, yeah.
He's the man, the announcer.
He was. He was
Yep,
the
yep,
announcer.
yep,
He was
there you
a wrestler long before that. But anyway, I was just curious, Coach, about that.
How we get on wrestling? That's good.
Because I used to love professional
yeah,
wrestling.
I did too,
when
a long time
was
ago.
But, all right, so seriously, we're going to get to something that we've been hinting at, and now we finally have the answer, and that's going to be realignment. The new districts came out, and, Coach, we talked about possibilities before, and, the disaster situation did not, or the, I don't call it disaster, but the difficult situation didn't quite appear, so that's good.
Right.
Anyway, so what is our football district going to be for the next 2 years?
Really very similar. We lost Van and Canton and added Athens. So us, Carthage, Athens, Bullard, Brownsboro, and Rusk as our 6 district teams, including us. So the 5 opponents. And so we are District 8, so we're the last team in Region 2. So football, we go to Region 2. Volleyball and basketball will be Region 3.
Right.
And most likely, baseball and softball and track will follow basketball. That's historically how it is. We don't know that yet. It'll be about another month and a half before they release those districts. But historically, they follow the same.
Yeah.
The same district. So we match up with the Gilmer Pleasant Grove district again. They really kind of just flipped us last.
Yep.
We were District 7, and they were District 8. Now we're District 8. They're District 7. They took Van into their district to replace Liberty Islo, dropping down to 3A.
That's going to be a tough district. I mean,
yes, it is. That Liberty Islo district is going to be very tough. Jefferson's got very, very young. Atlanta came on toward the end of the year. Jefferson dropping down. They're going to be talented with a new coach. And so that will be one that I know a lot of people in East Texas will be very intrigued about. But ours turned out well. So
the big question is Athens dropping down.
Correct.
And what they're gonna.
Were they 4-1 last year?
They were 4A Division I. They as well return a good many players on both sides of the ball. So they'll be tough. I mean, them and Van probably are a wash.
Right.
And so they're going to be a tough opponent for all of us in our district.
So do you go to Athens first game?
Our order is at Carthage, at Bullard, Brownsboro at home, at Athens, Rusk at home.
Yeah, but be ready for the Athens one. I'll tell you, they don't.
So
I'm just gonna leave it there. Y'all have fun with your setup there in Athens. That's all I can tell you.
I know.
Smile.
But anyway, so yeah, and then so it's going to be interesting. It's certainly going to be it's going to be a good football district.
it's going to be a really good district.
Some of those teams were really good. I mean, they were right up in there. And everyone had a great noise last year. And I mean, you got a lot of guys coming back on a lot of teams just doing some research, Coach.
That is correct. Brownsboro played much better this past year than they did 2 years ago. A lot of kids back. The running back is back, underclassman. He was a good player. Quarterback's back. They have a lot back on defense, so they'll continue to improve. Coach Canott does a really good job with them. Coach Sitton always does a good job with Rusk. They had a lot of young talent offensively. Quarterback was a 10th grader. Running back, one of the running backs was a 10th grader. One was a senior. He does graduate. One of their better receivers, sophomore as well. So they played with a lot of young kids.
Yeah, we covered the Rusk game. They were really pretty good one day, Shires.
Bullard's the same way. Had another good season last year. Beat Van late after our game. So they're going to go into the off season with a lot of confidence, especially beating a playoff team in Van. Carthage is going to be what Carthage is, and so very, very competitive.
Right. And then there's the district champ, Center Rough Riders.
That's right.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
We'll take that. I mean, even Center's changing a little bit, but I mean, we got so many good guys that have been coming up in here. The Rough Riders are still going to be a very solid football team again this year. They got get some good linemen back up in there, and those guys have been really working hard. You got some underclassmen going to be stepping up. So I like the front. I like the front line for the Rough Riders this year to help keep that offense in the right way.
Oh, agree. And off season's going well. Had our first round of testing this week, so started today from our maxes before Christmas break, and very excited about what we did today in the squat rack. So kids are working really well. Defensively, we got 9 starters back.
Yeah.
And so I feel really good about that side of the ball. Offensively, we have 6 starters back, but 3 of our 4 produced all of our offense that we lost. So yes, we have some kids back offensively, but we've got to replace 100% of our offense. And we're going to have the guys to do that and, be able to continue to adapt and use our scheme based off of the personnel we have coming. There might be a couple things that look a little bit different, but that's the beauty of it. That's the fun part. That's the challenge. Like, how can we continue to mold our philosophy around the kids that we have? I mean, you can't force kids into a scheme. You got to make sure your scheme can fit your kids because it's different every year. I mean, we have our kids that are walking our halls and in athletics, and so we've got to make sure it adapts to them. So we'll have a little challenge there, but I feel really good about it. Defensively,
Yeah, I want to take a minute to talk about that, Coach, because I was telling you before we went on air, I've had multiple people this past week, including I want to give a shout out to Bobby Watson. Bobby's been a long-term, forever Rough Rider fan. I always listen to us on the radio, but I caught up with him. Between me and his grandkids, we got him able to get on the computer where he could watch the game. And again, he was like the 3rd person this past week. He called me at Brooks Brothers and said, "Hey, Stephen, what about that defense?" And I told him, I said, "I'm going to ask Coach Meeks about this on the coaches show." We know we got lots of guys coming back.
Right.
Including, perhaps one of my favorite Rough Riders on the team, Atkinson.
Correct.
I mean, he's just
and we got him for another 2.
Yeah.
But our playoff game, our only 2 seniors were our nose guard and our safety. Mason Mayo and Jermaine Hunter were the only two seniors that started on defense. Kevin Robinson, or better known as Tiki Robinson, and Ja played the two defensive ends. You had Easton and Cody at the two backers. Now Cody didn't play in the playoff game because of his surgery, but you got them two back at inside backer. You got Caleb Mosley and Grant Gregory back at outside backer. All four of our linebackers were all district players. And you'll have Jeremy Bluford and J.K. At the corners. You got Tim still back at safety, and we've got kids back that played a lot too as well on that side of the ball. So they're going to be our backbone early. They're going to have to be our backbone early. We're going to have to rely on them early in the season to let the new legs of offense get going and get comfortable and get used to Friday nights. And so they continue to improve every week toward the end of the season. I feel really good about that. And, once again, we've talked about this multiple times on here, but if all you did is look at the scoreboard, it doesn't do it justice because our kids played so many possessions. It was more about points per possession and not necessarily points per game. It's kind of how you have to look at that because of what we do offensively and how fast we play. We put our defense in some bad situations early, and a lot of that is on my misjudgment of putting our kids out there that fast early in the season because last year at the start of the year, offensively we had everybody back. Defensively we were young, and next year is going to be completely flipped. So,
well, we don't take the play clock down very often.
No, sir, we don't.
I just want to say,
but defense can win you championships.
Well, no, but see, I think that's what they always say: defensive wins championships. But I mean, the way football has changed, it may still be true, but it's not as true as it used to be.
Right.
I mean, but we have Wolf, who I thought played excellently he's a freshman out there, and I thought he made some great contributions. And then of course we've got the Sergeant Gregory, who's the son of the Colonel. Again, played very well, and then all these guys, and of course we got Tim Johnson coming back for his senior year, and so lots of excitement. And so for all you folks out there, watch this and record this segment so you understand. Because when I see you at Walmart, I'm going to refer you to this show, so where you can
refer you back to February 5th,
so you can understand what's going on. But it's always a challenge, right? Like you said, Coach. You have a basic philosophy of what you want to do,
right?
But it's going to vary slightly given your personnel.
Correct. And there's going to be some things that'll change. I think y'all will see some different formations, motions, movements, because we might not just be able to line up in the same formation the whole game and just move it right down the field.
Right.
We're going to have to do some things to create space amongst the 53 and a half and the 100,
right?
To allow our guys to get in space to go play. So, but those are things that we've already started working on and practicing. And the thing I like the most is people are worried about it.
Yes,
that makes me feel good.
Oh yeah, no, there is the excitement level and the interest level every year we're building the momentum.
That's correct, and that's a big deal. I mean that excites me.
Yeah,
I mean I'm glad people in February 5th are worried about August 29th next year. I think that's it. 28th, 29th,
something like that.
That's good. That's what we need. That's what we're after, and so that I like that.
And I tell you what, too. I can't tell the kids enough. You may not think it, but you got to get in that weight room.
Oh, absolutely.
You got to get in that weight room. You want to be there in the fourth quarter. It's weight room in the summertime.
Right.
And it's weight room in the summer. That's been ever since we've been
it's
weight room on
in
weight room
February.
night
We're
now.
not waiting until the summer.
Yeah, but I mean those workout programs. It's all that. To be there, and if you want to beat that guy across from you in the fourth quarter, it's every chance you get in that weight room, and that's how you do it.
And the good thing, and once again, we have head coaches of all sports that are on the same page. Every one of our sports are going to go through that room. Doesn't matter, and it takes guys having that same philosophy, and not bucking the system. And we have that. Coach Harrison is great about it. Coach Moore is great about it. Coach Horton's really good with our track kids. So our kids are in there 3 times a week, if not more. I mean, our in-season guys are still lifting 3 times a week.
Good.
We had basketball guys this morning jumping 30 and 40 pounds on their squat max in only a 5-week span, and 2 of those weeks we only went to school, 2 days and 3 days because of the weather. So it really wasn't a true 5 weeks of training. So in that short amount of time, kids that are in season are making gains like that. And it's only making them better on the basketball floor and in the paint. It's making our baseball kids better. And so, I mean, look what Tiger Woods has done with golf and the way and look at the PGA Tour now compared to maybe when we were growing up. Look at how the golfer has changed now.
Yeah.
So the weight room is a place that you have to be, period. It does not matter your sport. And so, I mean, I completely agree with you. But it's something that we're in 365 days. It's not seasonal. It's all the time. So that is a big deal.
Right, and I tell you, just moving into some new things, I've been sitting in behind the desk too long. I'm starting to get some manual labor. I need to get in the weight room.
You get in the weight room, that's right.
I need to work some weight room myself.
You go up there.
You
go to the forge.
I'm going to go up to the forge. Yeah, and definitely get in there. But I tell you, I mean, that was always.
Dambert will take care of it.
He get us hooked up. But that was always a big thing too. I mean, you just can't stress that enough. Whenever you get the chance to get in that weight room, get in there and get it done. No matter where your sport, it'll help you definitely.
Yes,
absolutely.
Sir.
All right, folks. That's segment 2 where we discussed a bunch of different things with Coach Meeks. Chris Wallington has arrived. We'll have him at the seat for our next segment, but we're going to hear from a couple sponsors. That brings us our show live here from the pizzeria, brought to you by Sabine State Bank. Go.
Right, taxes. We all got to take care of them. We all got to pay them. But do you really understand the rules, or are you like me? You just know they're out to get your money. Well, you need fast tax, and you need it fast because you put it off the very end, so now you have to get it really, really quickly, and your money and your return is waiting for you at Fast Tax, Center, Texas. Center Motor Company. From whatever angle you look at it, you see Ford. Ford trucks, SUVs like the Bronco, and iconic cars like the Mustang. A legacy managed by Kevin Jones and created by Ray Jones. Center Motor Company on Hurst Street in Center. At Sabine State Bank, you have a lot of things going for you. It's a small office, so everybody knows you.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the Pizzeria, and this is the Rick Meeks Show, brought to you by Sabine State Bank. And it's good to be here. I'm making my debut on this particular week, but I also, with that debut, want to say thank you to Ray Jones Chevrolet. He's kind of our sponsor of the night. Ray Jones and the keys to the game, the Ray Jones first down in football. A lot of the fun we have with our broadcast is a direct result of Ray Jones Chevrolet. But I mean, they've been a foundational bedrock of the community for so long as a business and a source of automobiles. We appreciate their business, and they would appreciate yours. Tell them that you heard about them on this program. Ray Jones Chevrolet helps to bring the Rick Meeks Show and all of our sports all year long. Hi, Mr. Shires.
Hello, Mr. Wallington.
Hey, Coach.
Hello, Mr. Wallington, Mr. Shires.
So last week's slate of games was, remind me, Henderson, and before that was Spring Hill. Did we go to Spring Hill?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, blue teams.
Seemed forever ago.
I know it. Yeah, that kind of surprises me. And Henderson is a developing team with a lot of potential. Spring Hill, though, is, I mean, for who they are, they're kind of fully formed. And that was an interesting game in that they were able to kind of dictate pace. You still beat them, but they were kind of able to. Is that a goal of theirs, or did that just happen?
I think it's a goal of theirs. I think tomorrow night also Kilgore's probably going to try to slow us down.
Okay.
That's what a lot of them try to do with us. We don't want to be slowed down. We talked about that today in practice, that, you know, our goal is to get up and down the floor, and that's what we got to do tomorrow. Kilgore's going to come in. They're going to, you know, we're tied for second place right now. We're both 8-2, so.
Okay.
Yeah, but they have us and they have Chapel Hill, but, you know, we can't let them come in and steal one on our floor.
Technically, since we beat them once, we'll be on the line ahead of them, but none of that matters because we got to play tomorrow.
Well, we got to play tomorrow. That's right. That's right.
And Kilgore was not an easy out in Kilgore. What do you remember about them?
Like I said earlier, they tried to slow us down, and they did a good job doing it. We didn't shoot well. I think we had some issues that we had to sit a couple of minutes or a couple of guys, but we ended up winning the game. I expect the same outcome, but a different way tomorrow. I think we should beat them pretty handily. I hope so anyway.
Well, and if we do, the way I have the math, second place is ours.
Second place is ours if we beat them.
If we don't, then there's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts. Got to beat Carthage, and got to hope Kilgore doesn't beat Chapel Hill and all that.
Right. And I don't see either one of those happening. I don't see them beating us or them beating Chapel Hill.
And I don't want to have to be put in a position where I'm rooting for Chapel Hill. That just doesn't feel right.
No, I don't want to be put in. I don't want anybody to be put in that situation.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm excited about senior night and then special recognitions that are going to happen tomorrow night. Now, are those on the down low? Can we talk about that? Does the person receiving the award know it's coming to that person?
He does, but tomorrow night is Teacher Appreciation Night. Mm-hmm. So there's some the boys went out and selected their teachers. Yep. I don't know who they are, but we told them to be there about 7 o'clock and bring things if you want to give the boys something. But the special recognition you're talking about is Reggie Daniels. Okay. We're gonna honor him. We picked up a plaque today in his honor. He knows about it. Okay. There was some paperwork that I had him fill out, some questions that I wanted to know about him, and Mr. Marlon Cloudy over there, the principal at the middle school, is going to present everything.
Great.
Oh, nice.
So he played for Reggie. So Marlon's got him in charge of bringing people in who played for Reggie. So I hope a lot of people show up to honor Reggie.
I took the liberty of reaching out to the teachers that were on staff with Reggie, and I don't, those people are old, but maybe they'll be able to go drive at night and stuff like that, and come to the game. I hope so, but that's just so. I'm so glad you're doing that. When will that be in the sequence of events?
We're going to have it right before the varsity boys play. Okay. So about 7:15, we should be
part of the teacher recognition. Just be a special.
We'll get the teachers done, then we'll save the last for Mr. Daniels.
Well, the crossover show is
going to be special.
We got some good stuff on the crossover show. Shires, what's on your mind? I've done all the talking.
No, I think you've done a great job. I think obviously, Coach, we need to finish strong with the two wins. I think you've already talked about it. If I remember Kilgore right, they didn't have much height, but they had lots of size and strength and athletic ability, and they really wanted to be kind of a street fight type game. It seems like it was not basketball as an art. It was basketball as a boxing match.
Like it looks a lot of times on video games.
Well, they have a big guy inside, number 42. He's a high scorer for them. He scored 14 points, but he's a load down there.
Yeah, I like that guy because he looked like he's maybe the offensive guard. Yeah. I mean, he was a big guy, and he had skill.
He moves well. He does. Yeah. And we got some things we're gonna throw at him tomorrow to see if it works and slow him down. They got some good pieces, so we just got to take care of business.
Tell me about the schedule after this week. I know we don't want to look ahead as a team, but let's just look ahead as fans. What's that even look like? The week after this one, will you be playing?
We'll be playing on the 20th, and the way it looks now. I talked to Coach Alexander over in Jacksonville, and it looks like he's going to get third place. So the second place team in our district, which is us, we'll play the third place team in that district, which is right now it's Jacksonville. So,
and that'll be a week from tomorrow.
That'll be on the 20th,
or 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Yeah, because today's the 5th.
This is the 5th.
Tomorrow's the 6th,
so will you take that week off, or are you going to find a game to play? Or?
We'll try to find a game to play, something kind of light. We don't want to lose our touch and our conditioning, so we'll try to play. We'll practice next week. I think we have winter break, so we'll come in. And
That's right.
We'll come in and
You
practice.
have the school to yourself. You can practice it on the hallway, practice in the cafeteria, wherever you want to practice.
But we got to share it with the girls. They did a good job getting that first place spot. So
Absolutely.
Yep.
Congratulations to Coach Smith.
Of course, they got to win. They have to take care of business tomorrow, right?
They do. But I don't think Kilgore's going to be a match for them. I don't know if they won any games right now. The girls.
I'm not sure they have.
We can't underestimate them.
That's right.
You just got to play like May said. They're going to come in and do their job and take care of business.
Do their job.
So, Coach, philosophically, I'm going to change it. I really feel like, and Tiki Robinson, I really feel like that player, as we get into the playoffs, and it seems to me he's becoming more and more active in the games as we've gone.
He is.
And I really feel like that he's going to be the key for us, because at some point we will play somebody that's going to be able to match up with Cash, somebody that's going to be able to match up with Tim, and somebody's going to be able to, some size down low that Jamarian's going to have to deal with. But I think the X factor is Tiki. I mean, can he physical up? He seems to be playing more physical here.
He is. He's becoming more physical. And I think that's just because they've been working out in the weight room, and they feeling themselves. They looking in the mirror, looking bigger and stronger. So, to your point, I think that's going to come. That's going to come to fruition tomorrow. They got a 6'3" guy, looks like Cash, and probably can stay with Cash. Not as athletic as Cash, but he can play great defense and he can move well. They got the big guy inside that's going to give Ja all he wants. They got a guard outside that's probably going to be on T-Baby, and Tiki may be the determining factor tomorrow night. So, and I think he can pull that load, and he will, and we'll just let him go. He had a good practice this week and today, and so we'll see tomorrow.
The determining factor, the DF, and last year you had a DF. You had the guy that you couldn't plan for, and he wasn't always. He wasn't always 100%, but when he was, it was real hard to deal.
He was. He was like a lot of coaches talk about him. A lot of people, it's like he's like Dennis Rodman. If he shows up, he's gonna give you all he had. But if he just let him do his thing, when he steps on that floor on that field, man, he's a madman, and he's gonna give you everything he got.
Right,
and he did.
I'm kind of looking to Tiki to kind of pick up a little bit of that attitude as well as and maybe that'll work out. Well, Coach, thank you for coming, and we look forward to being at the Rough Rider Gym tomorrow. Girls game starts around 6 o'clock.
Yes.
Have special things going on between the games, and girls before 6 o'clock. It's their senior night.
It's their senior night.
So
that's right.
It's a special. All right, y'all. Well, we appreciate the Forge just down the road here. It's
we just talked about the Forge because Larry Pierce is gonna go sign up for the Forge.
Then
because
never mind, we're going to have a testimonial. You don't need to hear it from me.
We do need to talk about Mooney's Emporium though.
Oh, I swear I'm signing up. I'm going to do my working out.
Yeah, me too.
At Mooney's because it tastes better. They have little edible stuff everywhere.
Well, but I've been trying to get Coach to go up there and go purse shopping for his wife.
I may go up there soon. It's, Valentine's Day is coming up, so I need to get something out of there.
It's going to be the 14th. Whether you're ready or not.
And that's right around the corner.
That's right around the corner. So I'm going to have to make a trip over there.
Yes, you need to take care of that. All right, y'all. Well, there you go. We'll be right back with something to smile about on the Rick Meeks Show. Rick Meeks coming back.
Yes, he is. Thanks, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Your Center Rough Rider winter sports schedule brought to you in part by Ace Hardware. Ace is the place in Shelby County for the helpful hardware folks. Brookshire Brothers, beginning its 103rd year as your neighborhood market. And Covington Lumber Supply. If you need it to build or repair, you find it at Covington's. Shelby Savings Bank has a brand new look. They're proud of where they've been, where they came from starting in 1981, but now they're moving forward with locations all over East Texas to serve you. Will Lucas knows that he's standing on the backs of giants that had a vision for the financial future of Shelby County. And he and his staff are taking that future into new directions with things like mobile deposits. It's the same bank, new look. Shelby Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Everybody, welcome back to the Rick Meeks Show. Rick Meeks Show with Coach Hiram Harrison. And we're giving to our Wyndham Family Dental something to smile about. So, Coach, what's something to smile about this week?
Girls basketball right now. I think this has probably been a couple weeks, but that we've used them to smile about. But I just think the things that they have done through Coach Smith and our girls buying into him and buying into the program and buying into our overall athletic program, seeing the success that they're having. District championship, 20-plus wins. It's pretty awesome.
Yep. Right. Well, I've got a couple things to smile about. One, it kind of going off that, we had May Johnson here. It turns out, how does she have the time to work at Waterbury
right.
with everything else? It just goes to show you the quality of our young men and women that we have at Center High School.
And took a little time out of her shift to come visit with us, and then took right back off up there to work. So. Awesome girl.
Something to smile about for me?
Yeah.
Okay, how about tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., more Awesome Center Rough Riders signing.
Oh, yeah.
Wednesday. That's right. Today is Monday. A couple of awesome Center Rough Riders signing to get their futures in college set up for them, too. I think that's a great thing to smile about right there.
Yeah, so tell us about that, Coach.
So Wednesday morning we will have a signing day celebration. It'll be in the high school gym, 9 a.m., and we have Caden Dixon and Lance Wilburn signing and to continue their football career. So
excellent.
Excited for them and excited for the program. And then once again, that's just one more thing that our kids have laid this foundation for our future kids to build on. And so exciting day for them and their families, but it's also a very exciting day for our community and for our athletic program.
Well, now, if you could answer this for me, how did Caden end up all the way to northern Arizona out there? Is that just something that they kind of came to him with, or?
Yeah, they came and visited with Caden last April, and from that day forward, that was the guy they wanted. They were signing one running back. And he is the one that they wanted.
Awesome.
And so they just stayed on him and stayed on him and stayed on him. And, I was kind of surprised when he decided that was the route he was going to go. But I do think it is a really good fit for him. Just a lot of times where we are located, kids do not go far away from home. And so the fact that he decided to do that, I was surprised. But I will say, visiting with him, as well as the other schools that came by that wanted and offered Caden, this is a really good fit for him. So I think it was a good decision on his part, and I'm excited to watch him continue to play.
That's really cool. Yeah, and if I may too, just to change it up, I got to see Mr. Bussey the other day. Got to say hi to him, talk to him and a bunch of other guys. And well, I tell you what, them Go Tigers is really after him, ain't they?
So is he going to LSU now?
I don't know. I think as far as I know, he's still gigging it.
Well, he hadn't signed on
everybody's trying to get after him, but
I guess we'll find out Wednesday.
Yeah, you'll find out Wednesday for sure. But nice young man, and good luck to him wherever he goes.
He's going to end up in that burnt orange, isn't he?
Oh, no. If our pocketbooks may be a little lighter, I'm not sure. Anyway, wherever he goes, whatever school gets him is getting a quality human being,
I would agree.
Great athlete.
Young man and awesome athlete as well.
I would agree.
But that's my smile about right there. Just happy for the kids. I love to see that kind of thing whenever they get the chance to move. And I'm with you too, Coach. Moving away from home is not an easy thing to do, and moving that far, that can be very building as far as making a good, solid young man out of somebody.
Well, it's good for our young men to go see
the world.
Part of the world.
That is correct.
So and it's a little different. It's not like when Octavius went. I said, You know it gets cold in Boise, right? And he called me one day, Mr. Shires. He goes, you weren't kidding. I was like, no.
If you go to some place where you got to plug in your car at night to keep it from freezing up, it's too cold.
Yep.
It's too cold.
But anyway, folks, that's going to do it for the show, I believe. And look at this outline. That
We got the closing part down there. Are we supposed to take a break before that?
Okay, we'll take one more quick break, and we'll come up and wrap it up right after this.
Okay.
For Matthews Realty, going above and beyond is what's expected. This is agency owner Colin Matthews. Our team of seasoned real estate professionals believe in giving their clients an advantage in any real estate transaction. Matthews Realty has a reputation of highly personalized service. Matter of fact, it's our #1 priority. From commercial and residential properties, poultry farms to beach rentals, our team works hard so you don't have to.
Call Matthews Realty 598-7800 or see their complete listings at matthewsrealty.com.
Need brand new construction from the ground up or a remodeling job? Ricky Andrews can do it all. Whether it's tile for the floor or reimagining a space in the house. Something wonderful with the bathroom. And oh, what he can do with kitchens. Find him on Facebook or give him a call at 591-2233. Ricky Andrews Construction.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the final segment. Now we talk about where everybody's going. But before we do that, we need to talk about JBI Insurance. That's Joe Bill Much All Your Insurance. For all your insurance needs, there's Chris Wallington taking the last pizza, pepperoni pizza. From the pizzeria, again, the best pizza in the known universe. You come here this evening. We have the pepperoni, the classic crispy pepperoni pizza. That's the Rick Meeks pizza. We also have this. This is barbecue chicken pizza. It was excellent.
Oh. I had wings.
And you had wings, and
they were hot.
Yeah, they were good. They're hot. But of course, JBI Insurance, Joe Bill Much All Your Insurance, located right there on Hurst Street, here in Center for your auto, home, life, any of that stuff. Go see Joe Bill Much All Your. He's been doing it for a long time. He can hook you up with some insurance. When are you going to watch the Super Bowl, Coach?
My backyard. Got some of the coaches coming over.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Right.
So,
all right.
Who's going to win?
I think the 49ers are going to win.
Kansas City Chiefs. Baby.
I think it'll be a good game, and I really like it. But I really think that it's San Francisco the way that they're playing. If they have everybody healthy, I think that they're going to be a tough team to beat.
I think so too. They run the ball really well.
Yeah,
it's going to be hard to beat Mahomes, but I think they have the tools to do it.
But the only thing I don't like about Mahomes is that all the other games have been in the cold. He's going to be warm here, so I don't know if he's going to be able to play.
He might be too loose.
But people forget that Kansas City has the #2 defense in the league.
That surprises me this year that they have such a good defense.
Good point.
And you know, did you see? I read the story that that big touchdown to seal the deal for Kansas City over Baltimore. It was a play designed off the bomb from the NFL Blitz arcade game.
Really?
Yes.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Coach, the Kelce's talked about it. Kelsey says, remember, anybody that saw that played the game from the 90s knew that was the bomb. Mm-hmm. That's the play they ran. And so it's always something fun. Of course, we will get to see Taylor Swift, which my wife will, and is going to be wearing a Taylor Swift T-shirt for the game. But anyway, so Larry, other than the Super Bowl, where are you going to be this week?
Tomorrow night, Shelbyville, Beckville, big game. Girls trying to, the Shelbyville girls trying to get their way in, and Shelbyville, Beckville girls trying to get themselves some right here on senior night. So that's where I'll be. And then Friday, I was supposed to be in San Augustine at Woden, boys game only, but I don't know. We're going to see how that goes. And then next week, girls playoffs next Monday and Tuesday.
That's right, folks. Wallington and I will be in Center both Friday and Tuesday. Remember Tuesday night where we have the girls hopefully clinching the district championship. We also have the special event honoring Coach Reggie Daniels. And then Friday, we'll have senior night for the boys as the Carthage Bulldogs come to town.
So, wait. If the girls don't win, they don't win the championship?
They'll be co.
Code. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we want co. We want the whole
thing.
The title. We want the whole trophy.
All right, the girls are going to win, so it's all good.
Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed the Rick Meeks Show live from the pizzeria, and it's brought to you by Sabine State Bank. Thanks to our players, including Mae Johnson, who showed up, and a big thanks to Steve Waters at Sabine State Bank for bringing the show to you. Thanks. So we'll see you here on NetSN tomorrow night.
At Sabine State Bank, you have a lot of things going for you. It's a small office, so everybody. So So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center. 3-point shot. It's good. Red Horse takes it to the house.
This has been a presentation of the Rough Rider broadcast team, brought to you by Watlington and Shires Productions.